Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. Now, this video is called The Digital Trap is About to Close. Now, am I being overly dramatic here? Well, no, I'll explain why. But before I do, if you haven't yet, come and subscribe to hugotalks.com. Week. Who knows when this one will get another? And please share this video. The more people that see this, the better. It doesn't matter whether you've had the jab, not had the jab. This affects everyone. And there are many different agendas at the moment that are converging in on us at the same time. And soon that trap door will shut. And I'm going to try and explain this as simply as possible with a few news clips from today. So a digital trap has been set. It's been set for many years now, and it's closing in fast, faster than I ever thought it would happen. So first up, we have the health passport, green pass, certificate, whatever it's called, all over the world, which is digital and is being implemented everywhere, causing segregation, discrimination, and a situation where you have to show your QR code to get into a shop, as in Australia. But also at the same time, we have numerous countries talking about bringing in a digital ID. The UK, for instance, announced their plans to do this last week. The digital ID will work in collaboration with the health passport. We have numerous countries talking about bringing in a digital currency. This will be a programmable currency, which will mean they can dictate what you spend your money on and can track where you spent it. And also we have the social credit system that they plan on bringing in, which will penalize you if you don't do what the government wants you to do. In the UK, they announced their intentions last week with how they were going to reward points to people who walk to work and buy fruit and vegetables. This may not sound so bad at the moment, but I will show you where this leads with a clip a little bit later. All of these agendas are closing in at the speed of light. Here's a news report from yesterday from Australia, where they are saying they are going to introduce a passport for the internet, and you will be removed for bad behavior. And I'll explain how this wide in a minute.
A radical plan to crack down on social media abuse is being considered by the federal government. For more, Nine's Oliver Haig joins us live in Adelaide. Ollie, how will it work?
Lila, good morning. Essentially, it will work the same as a passport. Australians forced to submit 100 points of identification, like their driver's license or passport, when using social media accounts like Facebook and Twitter. Now, police would have access to those social media accounts, and it's all part of a crackdown on online abuse. Now, users could be liable for defamation suits or even criminal prosecution. And it's all part of a plan hoping to deter people from engaging in bad behaviour. Now, the recommendations were handed down by a federal parliamentary inquiry. They're reforms that are being considered by the Morrison government, with the chairman saying there is merit to remove the veil of being anonymous. Layla?
Who determines what the bad behaviour is? Oh, right, the government. So 100 points, did you hear that? So it's a points-based system, like a social credit system. Can you imagine how that will work? There will be an algorithm, like they have now on Facebook, that will just flag you up for saying anything that is controversial or goes against the mainstream media narrative. And you will be docked points. And if you get docked enough points, effectively, you won't be able to access the internet or access the social media site. It will be removed. You will be removed. That's the idea, totally destroying freedom of speech online. Now, they are using, in Australia, the recent lockdown protest over the weekend and what some people have said online as an excuse to bring this idea in. As you can see, the same is happening in the UK. What with the recent Freedom Rally and that nurse woman who mentioned the NHS, etc., on stage. And now they say the police are investigating. And also in Ireland over the weekend, I see they have a similar story about the police investigating people saying stuff online in regards to the lockdown protest. These stories and the Australia one are not an accident. This is to bring in these new internet guidelines and an internet passport, which will probably see the end of the likes of people like me on well-known sites like this one. So come and subscribe to hugotalks.com, because Who knows how long I'm going to be around, but as you can see, that will be part of the social credit system that will tie in with not only the health passport and the digital ID, but also the cashless digital currency that will give them the ability to totally control you. Here is a news segment about the Chinese social credit system, and this is what's coming, and people need to realize this. Nobody should want this. It doesn't matter where you stand about things in regards to the jab at the moment. This affects everyone. Check this out.
Everywhere she goes, Ouyang Haoyu is followed. What she buys, how she behaves, is tracked and scored to show how responsible and trustworthy she is. It's called the social credit system, and in one version now being tested, a person's reputation is scored on a scale of 350 to 950. And Haoyu, with a good score of 752, is okay with it. In fact, most people are.
Is a mechanism pushes you to become a better citizen?
It's big data meets Big Brother, expanding how the government monitors, understands, and ultimately controls its 1.4 billion citizens. Thanks to advances in artificial intelligence and facial recognition, and a web of more than 200 million surveillance cameras.
Are people bothered by privacy concerns?
We think the lot of camera keep the safety is really good. We can accept it.
Companies are experimenting with the algorithms to help the government create the new national social credit system. The government also has pilot projects. In one, citizens are required to do hours of unpaid work to get benefits. And scores are docked for things like littering, a messy yard, gossip, even jaywalking. Video of offenders is shown on the local news. And information collectors like Zhou Aiyi are paid to report on their neighbors. Her quota, 10 entries a month. Like the man who carried a drunk person home. A good deed, she said.
You know, I gotta say something. That's crazy. All of that is crazy. No, that's the trap door. They basically China for the whole world, right? That's basically what they're trying to say. They want to have China, help China rule the world with them, basically.
Good social credit gets rewarded with perks like cheap loans and travel deals. But a bad score means public shame and worse. Huang Huijun lost a court case and didn't pay. Now he's on a government blacklist. I can't buy airplane or train tickets, he says, and the list goes on. Being discredited makes it hard to get a job or put kids in top schools. The social credit system will go nationwide next year, and few here are willing to criticize it. Something that may pose a risk itself for a bad score and the life that comes with it. Janice Mackie-Frere, NBC News, Beijing.
So that is the nightmare that they have planned, okay, for you. A society that is totally trapped, digitally trapped and tracked, where you can't complain and you have to do as you're told. If you accept this, they're not going to tell you up front what is involved at first, but that's what it's going to be. The digital app on your phone will evolve into an all-controlling device, controlling your life and dictating your behavior and completely removing your individuality. Just imagine how that could be twisted in the future with a programmable digital currency and a digital ID. So this is a warning. Once that trap is shut, it will be very hard to get out of. Avoid digital as much as possible. Don't download apps. Pay for things with cash all the time if you can. Get rid of those smartphones and stop sleepwalking into this digital trap. Please share this video. Share it from the Hugo Talks website if you can. Link in the comments and description. Because, if YouTube do delete the video, I can replace it with the same video from another site, and it's not a dead link. I don't think the average person is aware of the massive change they are planning and how quick they plan on introducing it. So that's why I wanted to make this video, so people, hopefully, if they share it around, they can be made aware of what is incoming. Make them aware of what the app will evolve into. and they are straight up announcing these plans on government websites, not just in the UK, around the world. You don't have to accept it. The more people who see this video and realise this, the better. And that's all I can do, really. Just try and get the message out, because the time is running out. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls that don't follow the herd and don't follow the fake stream media.